Miss Universe must have been one of the biggest tasks in your life. There must be something that you learn or discover about yourself during the whole process. What is the new thing that you discover about yourself?
One of the new things that I discover about myself, I guess, is that never to let your self-doubt get in your way. I've always been someone that's always filled with self-doubt growing up. I'm always doubting myself. Oh, you can't do this. That might be too hard. Oh, don't put yourself at risk. You might fail. And with the Miss Universe competition, I felt like I put myself out of my comfort zone. I mean, I went for it. And that's not something that I would do back in my teenage year. So I put myself out there and not really caring about the consequences of all the backlashes or even if I failed. I just thought, you know what, this is once in a lifetime opportunity. Let's just go for it, and really gave it my all. And I don't regret that at all, because even though I didn't come back with the third crown, when I look back at Miss Universe, I don't feel regret. I felt like I did everything that I could. People say, if you could go back and change one thing, would you have walked better? Would you have answered anything better? And I said, that's just my journey. And with my performance on stage and everything that I did during the competition, I truly gave it my all. I'm like, you know what? There's nothing to lose here. It's what makes you learn. That's the thing that's going to give you success in the future.
So what were the best moments of the competition?
I'm just getting goosebumps now thinking about it. I think it's the backstage moment. When you go into a competition, you think, oh, there are, this year 74 girls, everyone's competing, there must be so much tension. But when I got there, that wasn't the case at all. And with the COVID situation going around, every girl was just so grateful to be there. I talked to many girls and they said, Amanda, I didn't think that we would even be here. Like, this is so cool to get to meet all of the different girls and the backstage. So during the competition, the preliminary and the final, each girl, we get a little nervous, we get excited, but we get nervous too, hearing the crowd cheering. We're like, oh my God, this is the moment. And before each of us walk up, all of the other girls backstage are clapping, cheering, like, oh my God, you can do it. You look beautiful. Go get them. Come on, let's go. And that is a moment that I think I will treasure forever. Seeing all these beautiful women empowering each other and, just really uplifting each other. And it's really a beautiful sight to see.
What do you think about people expressing their political opinion using this platform out to the public, besides just talk about it behind the stage?
I think everyone is entitled to their own opinion. And I feel like if you have that platform and you want to use it, you must use it. Why not? I think that when, one of the conversations that I have along with the girls is, how's COVID situation in your country? That's already very political. It's in our everyday life. We can't say, oh, you cannot talk about politics. Every day is politics, no matter what. It's in our life. So it's so normal. I just want to normalize it because it is the freedom of speech, first of all, basic human rights. And we need to really understand that. And, there was even an impact award that Miss Bolivia, Lenka, won because she advocated for food security in her country, Bolivia. And one person that I really admire was Miss Myanmar. She used that platform to speak about the situation that was happening in her country. And it takes strength and courage to do that.
There was one question that was given to the top 5 finalists, and I remember it was Miss India, right, that got the question whether they should lock down or open the borders. If you had to answer that question, what would it be?
If I had to lock down or open the border, first of all, I would lock the country down as soon as possible. I know that there are many debates about the economy situation in each country. But one of the things I would have to say is lock the country down and take the health of the people as the most important thing, an important situation, and make sure that the people in your country are safe. Because without them, let me tell you that without them, the economy cannot grow and move in a forward direction if there's no one alive in your country.
So talking about traveling, lockdown, open or close the country during the pandemic, Phuket is your hometown and it's getting ready to welcome back tourists in that town. They have the project called Sandbox that they will open to vaccinated tourists without quarantine on July 1st. What is your opinion on that? Do you think Phuket is ready for that or do you think they should wait and see a little more?
Is Phuket ready for that? Well, what I have to say is before going into the competition, I had the opportunity to go back to Phuket to see my family before I leave. And it was a very sad sight to see. And it was almost a ghost town. It is time for them to open up. I think 70% of Phuket people have been vaccinated. I think that is a very high number. I'm very hopeful for Phuket and for the tourist industry. And I'm sure that, the pandemic, all the world are really struggling with it. I'm sure that they're going to have rules and regulations there in place to make sure that they handle the whole situation as best as possible.